Okay, we'll go ahead and call our Board of Adjustment meeting. We made a switch from Planning Commission to Board of Adjustment, so everybody sees that. We'll start with Board of Adjustment and start with approving our agenda for tonight and our minutes from our October 1st meeting.
I move to approve the minutes and agenda as published.
Motion, do I get a second?
I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none? All right, new business. Karen Kritta, is that Neva?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a variance request for relief from the road setback to place a 10 by 12 accessory structure at a reduced road setback 42 feet from center line or 0 feet from the road right-of-way on Lot 4, Block 1 of the Freeburg Shores First Edition plat. The property is 0.19 acres with no water frontage. The parcel is zoned Lakeshore Residential for the portion within 300 feet of Double Track Lake and FAR 3 for the area beyond. The proposed building location is zoned in the LSR zoning district. And the zone district requirement from the road setback is 50 feet from the center line for county road or 35 feet from the road right-of-way. For background, the Freeburg Shores First Edition plat was created primarily to provide the Freeburg Shores property owners with a primary or secondary septic capacity. Unfortunately, due to the small parcel size placement within the LSR and FAR3 zone districts and the need to preserve area for septic sites, often these lots do require variance relief to place structures on them because of the 50-foot rear and 25-foot side yard setbacks for the lots along Wesley Lane. On the screen there, you'll see the Freeburg Shores First Edition plat, and I've got a big red arrow that points to Lot 4, where this proposed location is. In your packets on page 9 of 35, there's a 2024 aerial photo that shows Lot 4 of the subject property, and the property line depictions from the county zoning map should just be noted that it's not exactly aligned with what the survey is showing. For site conditions and considerations, as intended, this parcel does include the septic mound, which serves Ms. Kritta's residential property at 116 Wesley Lane. The parcel is meeting impervious surface coverage requirements. Wetlands are not an issue driving the need for the variance. The property is relatively flat. Slope is not an issue driving the need for the variance. For public noticing, the application was legally noticed in the Cook County News Herald on October 17th. 13 letters of notification were sent to adjacent property owners as well as county departments and the DNR area hydrologist. No written correspondence from adjoining property owners nor technical memos from our corresponding agencies were received during the written comment period. On that photo on the screen, the septic mound is kind of on the right side of the lot there, and then the proposed shed is where the little sheds are located right now. On the screen right now is an excerpt from the application, which is fully within your packet for the full-sized version. And then a close-up of those sheds. If you did a site visit, you'll see that there are markers identifying where the proposed structure is located, and you can kind of see that red flagging on the screen. For staff considerations for facts and finding, I have listed in some draft findings that are typically recognizing that accessory structures like this are generally aligned for the residential type uses outlined in the zoning ordinance, clarifying that this is a setback relief of 0 feet from the road right-of-way line and 42 feet from the center line. Although it wasn't a formal notice, the county highway engineer, Robbie Haas, did reach out to me, and he indicated he didn't have a problem with this structure location due to the setback from the center line, even though it is 0 feet from the platted right-of-way line. For the allowed use in the land use district, accessory structures are permitted use in the zone district. For the reasonable manner component, the property owner does propose to use the property in a reasonable manner given the relatively small size of the proposed shed. For the practical difficulty standard, I'll apologize for the size of that font. The platted lot was created primarily to provide for space for septic treatment to the corresponding lakeshore lots. The small lot size relative to LSR and FAR3 zone district structure requirements leave minimal conforming locations available as alternatives. For the essential character criteria, other lots in this plat have located garages and sheds on them, and no opposition has been received regarding this request. And economic considerations are not the primary reason for this variance request. For staff recommendations for consideration, staff view this request as non-problematic considering the size, scope, and type of use of the proposed structure given the character of the platted lots on Wesley Lane. And if approved, the following conditions may be attached to this variance request. Number one, the property shall conform to Minnesota Rule 7080 and the Cook County septic requirements, and no component of proposed construction may be closer than 42 feet from the center line of Wesley Lane and not located within the road right-of-way. One last thing I was recalling is that in cases like this for accessory structures that typically would not trigger a land use permit, they do require a land use permit if they're not meeting the setbacks. It's kind of an awkward way to phrase it, but the Cook County Zoning Ordinance recognizes that no land use permit is required for structures less than 160 square feet, provided they meet all setbacks. So when these structures come to the Board of Adjustment for a variance review, they're not eligible for that exemption criteria. So following a variance approval, this actually would still require a land use permit, so I would probably request that that be added as a condition number 3, that a land use permit is issued or, issued before placement of the structure, just to be clear and consistent with how we've been processing these types of requests.
Thank you, Neva. At this point, I'll open it to the applicant if you'd like to add anything to the narrative, or if so, I do have to have you come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. Just to that microphone right there. Perfect.
Stand up.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
We just need your name and address for the record.
I'm Karen Kritta, and it's the Karen Kritta Revocable Trust. My address is 116 Wesley Lane, Grand Marais, Minnesota 55604. The family's been in the property has been in my family since 1970, and I'm happy now that I retired this year to be able to live up here all the time and make good use of it. So this will help.
Thank you. Open it to the public if anyone wants to comment on this request. Close it to the public and discuss this board.
The only question I have is, so the current structures, those will be taken down, removed for the new one to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brad or Sheila?
And not on the adjustment.
Oh. Throwing me off here. I don't see any issues. Do we concur with staff's findings of fact?
Yes, adding the third condition.
And then the third condition. So,
Yep.
given that, look for a motion.
Motion that we approve this variance request in light of the facts provided by staff, or the findings of facts provided by staff, and the conditions that they've recommended, agreed to.
I would second that.
Do we need to clarify how to word the third condition, or can we?
I just put land use permit issued before structure being placed.
That
Do you
would
like
work.
that?
Yeah,
Brad?
with
That's
that,
Does
yes.
that work?
With that, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll send you a memo tomorrow.
And
All
we'll
right,
look
thank
for
you.
a motion to adjourn the Board of Adjustment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right,
4:11.
there you go.
Thank you.
Need a minute, Diana?
It's a new Board of Adjustment record.